Paul, here's the thing is that we're going to talk about some cereals today that are mostly for our septuagenarian audience. I don't know how many septuagenarians we have listening to the podcast today, but we have a few. And it reminds me of how great it is that Golden Girls is finally on Hulu. Not a sponsor. Aren't you excited, Paul? Aren't you super excited that Golden Girls is on Hulu finally? You don't have to search YouTube for the pirated videos of Golden Girls anymore. The ones with the weird frame on the side that are sped up to like 5x that you have to slow down using YouTube settings. You can finally, legitimately watch one of the greatest sitcoms of American television.
That is the best news I've heard all day.
Is it the best news, Paul?
It really, really is the best news. I am such a fan of those old ladies. I sit and watch all the episodes on YouTube where they've been, flipped, reversed, like I'm looking in a mirror. They're in Italian with English subtitles. I love all of them. I love Betty White. And the old lady from Stop or My Mom Will Shoot.
Sure, yeah. Estelle Getty, sure.
Blanche Dubois.
Blanche Devereaux, yeah. That's a common mistake, though. I've heard it both ways. So, What would you say is your favorite episode, Paul?
I would say it's probably the one where B. Arthur has a date. And Blanche tries to steal it. And Betty White says something stupid. And Estelle Getty says something smart-assy.
Yeah, that's a classic Golden Girls episode where they're very sassy in that one. And I feel like there's a lot of cheesecake eating.
My only real memory of Golden Girls is when we would go to Universal Studios and you do like the backlot tour and it's like, here's the outside of the Golden Girls house.
Wait, really? The Golden Girls house was on the Universal tour?
Yeah, I think in Florida. It was like on the backlot. It's like, and here's the exterior where you'll see it in between shots. We don't film it here, but this is the house.
This is the house of Golden Girls. I would really, as much as the outside the house would excite me, I would really like for there to be a Universal tour of the lanai. When I was a kid watching Golden Girls, the lanai seemed so exotic. Like, what we would normally call a patio or a deck, they called a lanai, and it was just so fancy. Would you say that you were more of a Dorothy or more of a Rose?
I'd say I'm more of I'm really thinking, too.
Yeah, you're really considering this.
I mean, I'd like to think I'm a Dorothy.
Sure. I feel like that Dorothy's kind of like the Chandler of the Golden Girls.
Yeah. She's like Chandler and Monica rolled into one.
Okay, I think maybe I can see that. Yeah, I can see that.
And then Blanche is like Joey and Rachel.
So all of the Golden Girls are just combinations of of Friends.
No. I think it's the opposite. I think Friends is like subconsciously based on Golden Girls.
I think that we're really getting down to the bottom of something here. So Rose is clearly a Phoebe plus Joey?
So Rose is a Phoebe and Joey, and the mom is Ross. Ross and Chandler.
Ross and Chandler. Okay, Ross and Chandler.
This is Paul.
This is Nick.
And this is Cereal.
Cereal!
There's got to be an episode of Golden Girls where they're eating grape nuts.
There might be. I don't know. Not that I can recall. I don't ever recall them actually eating cereal.
Well, grape nuts would wreak havoc on your dental work at that stage in life.
Oh, sure. So Grandpa Cereals is this genre of cereals that we've tossed grape nuts, Fiber One, and All Bran into. These are just the cereals that are made specifically for our elderly generation to still be able to have a cold cereal, but something that won't inherently kill them. I think that once you get to a certain age, that Lucky Charms is just, poison in a bowl for you.
There seems to be this connection with getting old and getting constipated.
Yeah, sure. That poop backup's going to get you.
I don't know if it's just that your body is wearing out or if maybe the plumbing ain't working like it used to. Mm-hmm. But
I should probably warn you guys, these cereals all have so much fiber. All of the fiber. And there's going to be some scatological references in here. So if you've got some poop issues, trigger warning. This is going to be a real fun ride for you otherwise.
And if you have poop issues, you should probably get yourself a box of one of these cereals.
Oh, sure. Yeah, sure. Although I will say, and I've said this several times throughout the podcast, we're going to talk about a cereal today that is, if we did rankings, and we haven't done rankings yet because we're afraid that that's going to be the end of the podcast, that we'll never speak to each other again afterwards.
It might be the end of the universe.
It will be a cataclysm for our planet. But Grape Nuts is my least favorite cereal of all time. I'll eat Pebbles before I will reach for a Grape Nuts box. And Grape Nuts is the epitome of what is terrible about cereal.
Oh my God, I'm pinching the top of my nose. Oh my God.
Well, here's the thing too, Paul, is that I know that you love Grape Nuts. I know that Grape Nuts is a I don't know if it's a top tier cereal for you, but it's at least a middle tier cereal for you. Mm-hmm. I'm going to have it today. I'm going to eat Grape Nuts today for the first time since I was a child. So we're going to see if my adult palate better appreciates Grape Nuts. Okay.
Now, while you get your bowl ready, I am going to offer up a recommendation, and then we're going to talk about a little bit of history here.
Sure, yeah.
Growing up as a kid, I always had a special place in my heart for Grape Nuts because my grandma would put a huge glob of peanut butter in it.
Peanut butter?
Yeah.
Interesting.
You pour the Grape Nuts, you put a big old, Super Bowl size glob of peanut butter, and then you pour milk over it.
Really?
And the idea is you roll the peanut butter over everything, and you get a little piece of peanut butter with every bite.
So see, that dynamically changes the quality of the cereal, because now you're not eating Grape Nuts anymore. You're eating peanut butter with some crunchies on it.
Well, I mean, I'll still eat it plain, but I mean that was the fun way to eat it.
All right, I'll do both. I'll do both.
So, Grape Nuts is a Post cereal, actually developed by Post himself in 1897. It sounds like a Linda Richmond bit, but Grape Nuts contains neither grapes nor nuts. Talk amongst yourselves.
Especially talk about who that person is, Linda Richmond.
If you don't know who Linda Richmond is, you are probably too young to listen to the podcast.
You should really be getting your parents' permission to listen to the podcast.
Yeah. A chickpea is neither a chick nor a pea. Talk amongst yourselves. Okay, so Grape Nuts is made with wheat and barley. And there's two sort of stories of why it's called Grape Nuts. Mm-hmm. They're both kind of stupid. I'm just going to put that out there.
Sure.
Post himself, he believed that glucose, which he called grape sugar, formed in the baking process. And this, combined with the nutty flavor, is said to have inspired the name Grape Nuts.
Okay. Why did he call it grape sugar?
I don't know. This is also a guy that thought this crazy diet of high fiber, high bran would curb the passions, could be a cure for alcoholism. They're kind of wackos.
Well, to be fair, that's not a hard thing to figure. Just because, how do you have time for Boozin and Lustin and all of your passions when you're constantly sitting on the toilet, having the green apple splatters?
And that is actually a really good. What if that was the whole game? That was the whole game with them. It's look, if people are pooping all day, they won't have time to be bad.
Right. And who doesn't like a good sit on the toilet? That's just the most enjoyable time. You have time to yourself. You can just sit on the toilet, enjoy yourself, just poop in a constant stream, and you will never get drunk. You'll never you'll never cheat on your wife. That's all that you need to do. Sit in the toilet and duke it out.
I can't imagine even the most raging of alcoholics, drinking a martini while, firing off some liquid poo. Especially can you imagine the toilet conditions in 1897?
Oh, no.
I mean,
oh, man.
That is a death trap and a half.
I feel like the people still had outhouses at that time. So, like, you're just sitting outside. What if it's wintertime? You don't have to. I mean, all you can think about is, like, survival at that point. Not whether or not you have that bottle of vodka waiting for you in the outhouse.
Well, let me ask you this. What's worse, okay, using the outhouse in the dead of a Minnesota winter or using the outhouse in the dead of a Tallahassee, Florida summer?
Ooh, the latter. Oh, boy. If you're in the winter, you can always put on more clothes. You can always put on more layers. When you're in the summer, you can't there's a limit to how much you can take off. You can't take off your skin. You need that to live. But it feels like that your skin is making you so hot all the time.
I'm inclined to agree with you, but I don't think anyone alive now can truly consider how cold it must have been in 1904 in the middle of Minnesota when all that's between you and the harsh elements is like, a 3/4 inch of wood. I mean, I can't even imagine. I mean, you have to think of all the heat that modern civilization is giving off. I used an outhouse once, and it was the worst experience of my life.
Did it have a crescent moon on
it? No, but it did have like a
outhouse. That's not a real
did have
outhouse.
a single slanted roof, though. Like it slanted back. Yeah.
Where did you have an opportunity to use an outhouse?
My grandma used to have a cottage on an island in central Wisconsin, and for a long time, they always had an outhouse as a backup. But they had indoor plumbing. But they had an outhouse because when it was originally built, that's what you did. So I had to use the outhouse one time because, like, I don't remember why. The bathroom was being renovated or something. It was awful.
So I'm a city mouse, Paul. You know that I'm a city mouse.
Yeah.
And I maybe I don't know like the dynamics of it. Is it like built into like a hill so that like the waste slides down the hill away from it? Or is it just like a big pit underneath it that you eventually have to clean maybe? Do you never have to clean it?
I probably know about a fraction more about outhouses than you, Nick.
Sure. We're not outhouse scientists, but
No. I'm still finishing my outhouse coffee table book.
Sure, yeah. You're halfway in the middle. But you gotta get back to the library soon.
So my understanding is that it is just a deep hole. And you're not supposed to put anything down there. So it's just pee and poop.
Yeah.
And it just naturally, decomposes.
Oh boy.
The newer ones I've seen, like people bolt like a toilet seat to the little bench.
Oh, sure. Yeah.
A little magazine rack.
These little luxuries in life.
But yeah, it's just a hole.
Oh boy. Anyway, so grape nuts.
Yeah. Grape nuts. How about that? From my understanding, grape nuts was basically like the way we use granola in activities as like a portable food. That's what grape nuts was. It doesn't spoil. It's very small. It's sort of concentrated nutrition. They took it on a lot of expedition groups. I believe when Shackleton went to Antarctica, they took grape nuts with them because it packed so well. How crunchy is grape nuts in Antarctica?
That's something that you've got. You definitely need to soak that overnight in order for you to eat.
Like, I'm not a fan of putting plain M&Ms on ice cream because they get too hard.
That's just like eating rocks. It's just like eating pebbles at that point.
It's basically Bazooka Joe gum at that point.
The hardest substance known to man, Bazooka Joe gum.
It was also part of the ration during World War II.
Oh, so it saved the troops, helped the troops. All right.
Yeah, so it was a compact food that they would put in, and then they also this article I'm reading says that it basically was responsible for keeping the Andy Griffith Show on the air. They were the main sponsor for Andy Griffith Show.
Oh, really?
How about that?
You know what? Fair play to you, Grape Nuts.
It would be like a commercial, but in the show kind of thing, but it was a commercial.
Oh, like some product placement kind of stuff.
But it would be like, and now a word from Grape Nuts, something like that, and it would be Andy and Barney, and it'd be like, hey Andy, what are you eating there?
That's a dead-on Todd Knotts impression.
And he'd be like, I can't do an Andy Griffith. He's like, well, Andy, nothing's. If you want to be a cop in Mayberry, it's got to be a fine breakfast like Grape Nuts. Well, Andy, I had eggs this morning and bacon.
Well, Barney, that means you're gonna die.
Oh no, Andy. So sponsored Andy Griffith show. Let's see. It's a great mix-in. It's good to mix in with yogurt. It's good to mix in with ice cream. You add a little texture to it.
I don't know about this.
I like it, and I'll eat it straight up, like just milk.
How much sugar is in this?
Are you ready to try this?
I'm almost ready to try this. I'm trying to see how much sugar is in this. Sugar is not even on the list of ingredients. It's whole grain wheat flour, malted barley flour, salt, and dried yeast. It's like a combination of ingredients that nobody wants to have anything to do with.
What's the sugar gram count on the label?
Sugars is 5 grams.
That's all natural, man. No added sugar.
No added sugar at all. Dietary fiber 7 grams.
Oh boy.
That's 28% of your daily intake, and that's only from a half a cup of size. If you eat a cup of this cereal, that's over half of your dietary fiber in one sitting.
You don't have any plans today, do you?
I guess so. Yeah, I should probably cancel all my plans.
Okay, cancel that run.
yeah. Unless I want to be propelled purely by diarrhea.
Yeah, so purely by methane gas.
Okay, so the first thing that I need to talk about, the Grape Nuts box is the smallest box of all cereal. I'm holding it's a 1 pound box. But its size, its dimensions is so tiny. It's like a child's box. Also, when you pick it up, it's so dense. It's so heavy. It's like picking up a collapsed star. It's just so like this thing's gonna supernova any second. It's just so dense.
It's like the first time you pick up a bag of sand. You're like, why is this so heavy?
Why is this so heavy? Like, you could do work. Like, maybe I will go for a run today and just carry this and just do some arm workouts. Just do some heavy hands while I'm running. So, okay, I'm gonna open up this box. Here we go. This is a Sing branded box, so it's not that old. It's not a very old box. This is pretty fresh. Is what I'm saying.
I like that they put Sing on Grape Nuts. Like, oh, Mom, can I get that cereal?
Right. Okay. Oh, the bag is terrible to open. I've just massacred this bag. So I'm looking at the individual kernels here. The individual kernels of Grape Nuts, if you've never had it before, it does look like the little bits of granola. Like the granola dust at the bottom of your granola bag. Mm-hmm. That's what it looks like. It's tiny like that. It looks like the leftover crumbs that you would usually throw away. This is a whole box of those crumbs, and they're like super heavy.
It's like, ooh, listen to that.
Oh man, it's like nothing. It's like eating nothing. Mm-hmm. It's like if you went outside and like took like a handful of wheat blowing in the wind and you just shoved it in your mouth. That's what it tastes like.
This is the original quinoa is what this is.
Oh man, this is like even quinoa is like, man, just get some flavor, dude. So I'm gonna pour some of this into the bowl here. I'm not gonna pour that much. Here we go.
This is like a little goes a long way. This is like coconut oil.
Right. Pour some over it's like absorbing all of the milk. It's like a sponge. Pouring the milk on top. All right, here we go. Grape Nuts.
Get real close to the mic.
Here we go. No. Oh God. Oh, why? Oh,
Here's
God.
the thing. I want you to use that. I want you to save that sound bit of you crunching. We should sell it to a sound engineer because it sounded like you were eating a bag of Doritos.
Oh man, it's so bland. It's so bad. Oh.
Go get some of your cashew butter or whatever it is you probably have
I got
in
some
your
of
house.
my natural peanut butter. I'm going to put some of that in there. Hold on a second. Now, I've put a tablespoon of butter in here, or peanut butter in here. Just going to mix that around in here. Try to get a little bit of that peanut butter with every bite. Now, that's a little better. Mm-hmm. Here's the problem.
Now we're talking.
Here's the problem. It's still such a labor to get through. It's like doing work in the morning. I feel like that Grape Nuts is why the baby boomers feel like that millennials don't know how to do any work. Because they're eating Grape Nuts. And that's like it's like waking up in the morning and like doing like a job. It's like, it's so much work it's like a mind over matter thing, first of all, to get yourself past the Grape Nuts. Mm-hmm. Because it's so soul crushing to eat the cereal. And then while you're chewing it, so like after you've gotten over the taste, you've gotten your mind past the taste, then you're eating it and you're still eating it. Like you're just like, you're munching, you're concentrated, you're trying to get to your happy place, you're meditating while you're eating. And then you snap back to reality and you're like, oh, I'm still on this mouthful. I'm still having to chew this. Why am I still chewing this? It doesn't make any sense. How is this lasting so long?
The nice thing is you don't have to rush when you eat this cereal. You take your time.
It's like, this is definitely a retirement food because you're going to need nothing but time in order for you to eat it. You're going to have to really clear your schedule in order for you to eat this cereal.
Yeah, and I could get why the older generation is upset with kids today. It's like, you kids are literally eating puffs. We had to earn our breakfast. We had to crunch through that breakfast. Maybe they needed it to produce body heat because it was so cold back in the day.
It was for the outhouses. So they can sit in the outhouses. They had to create the heat. Yeah.
That's exactly why.
I can't eat any more of this. I can't eat anymore.
Okay, that's okay.
I even tried it with like real cow milk. Just to make it better. I didn't even use soy milk.
I can't believe you have cow's milk in the house.
I bought it specifically for this. I was trying to create the best possible scenario.
Look at you.
I'm trying hard, Paul. I'm trying hard here, man.
Well, I figured you're probably not going to eat the rest of that cereal.
Yeah. What am I going to do with this dense box of cereal now?
All right, so I thought of some ideas because I knew you weren't going to eat that thing.
Yeah.
All right, so the first thing you do is you could mix it in with yogurt and honey, or you could mix it in with some ice cream.
See, I'm okay with that. Like, maybe some yogurt and honey does sound really good.
And you can actually let the yogurt, put the yogurt back in the fridge, let the grape nuts settle, soften.
Yeah.
You could take it to a petting zoo and save your quarters when you put your quarter in that old M&M machine to get the goat food. So when you're on the lam, you could throw it outside of the apartment that you're hiding in. So you can hear when the assassins come.
Right, yeah. Sure, when you're in a 1950s Hitchcock picture.
Exactly.
You're waiting for the assassins.
And somebody already beat you to the hideout, and they already broke the light bulb in there and put the glass down. You put some grape nuts down, and you can hear people coming. You could refill empty shotgun shells with it, and use it for crowd control at the end of the world.
Oh, geez. Okay. All right.
It's sort of like a non-lethal weapon.
I thought of a quick one. You can you can put, like, if you get like the duct tape or like 100 mile an hour tape, as my parents call it, pour out some grape nuts onto your table or whatever. Put the adhesive side down. Get a lot of that. Just fill the adhesive side full of the grape nuts, and then you've got instant coarse sandpaper. Use that for anything.
Yeah. You've also got like a humane rodent trap.
Sure, yeah.
And then you could also throw it at the bride and groom at a vegan wedding. And what are they going to do? They're going to poop some more. Like, they're not doing that already.
I mean, you might end up grounding that pigeon because it's so heavy in their stomach, but it's not going to blow up like rice would.
Yeah, the only downside is the rescuers will have to wait another 24 hours before they can fly out to their next mission.
The rescuers! The rescuers, he says.
Now, you've also got Grape Nut Flakes, right?
I do have Grape Nut Flakes. Do you know any history about the non-Grape Nuts Grape Nut brands?
I've never had Grape Nut Flakes, actually.
Oh, interesting. Okay.
It did come out in the 30s, though. It's
did?
pretty old. Yeah, I feel like it was new.
Yeah, I thought it was new too. Huh.
So basically you're turning it to wheat flakes.
So it still has the same basic ingredients. It still is whole grain wheat flour, barley flour, but they had some sugar in here.
Yeah, so they're crispier, they're sweeter, and it says that within 2 minutes the whole wheat energy starts to work for you. Don't know if there's a double entendre there.
You better be eating this on the potty because it's going to work for you.
So Grape Nut Flakes had some really cool prizes.
Really?
They had a little 8-inch jetliner model kit. They had like these cool little plastic Ford toy cars that you would mail away for 25 cents. And they also had this really cool Explorer's ring, and it's a ring with a dome top that tells time, which I kind of want.
Oh, sure. Yeah, sure. So I poured a bowl of this Grape Nut Flakes cereal here. First of all, I should say that when I got rid of the rest of my Grape Nuts bowl, I actually scooped it into the trash because I was afraid that if I scooped it into the sink that it would ruin my garbage disposal.
Oh yeah, do not put that in the garbage disposal.
No. I also have a box of sweetened dried cranberries that I might pour in. A little bit just to make my own little like Raisin Bran sort of thing. So my first impression of these flakes is that they're very small. They're
really,
yeah. The flakes are very tiny flakes. They're especially compared to like a Raisin Bran or Frosted Flakes or Corn Flakes. Yeah, these are very tiny flakes.
Yeah, I'm interested in how the flavor compares to the flakes in a Raisin Bran.
Yeah, let's pour a little bit of milk on here. Excuse my munching again. Oh. Okay. All right. So, it's a little shocking at first. It tastes like grape nuts, just like how grape nuts was shocking to me before. But it's actually not that bad. It does taste sweet like a Raisin Bran flake.
Okay.
It's got the crunch wise is somewhere in between, like a Raisin Bran flake and like a corn flake, somewhere in the middle. You are trying to beat the clock though because the flakes are so small, they get soggy really fast.
I bet.
Yeah, it's delightful. I'm okay with that.
Delightful.
Delightful.
What kind of dried sweetened cranberries are you eating?
These are Mariani.
Rob Mariano has his own line of dried fruit?
Rob Mariano has his own dried fruit. It's a secret side hustle. It's really his passion project.
Hear about it, there's a brand new Grape Nut Flake. Tell about it, yell about it, there's a brand new Grape Nut Flake. They're sweeter, they're crispier, they're crisp as they can be. You'll eat them and love them, just try a bowl and see. Old Host has made on you and Crispier Grape Nut Flake. Host has made on you and Crispier Grape Nut Flake. Host has made on you and Crispier Grape Nut Flake. Better get new Grape Nut Flakes for goodness sake.
What else can we say about grape nuts?
Well, they're good.
They're not.
They're definitely a polarizing cereal. I know when I talk to people about it, some people love them. Most people don't care for them, but I think a lot of people who don't like them are definitely younger. You know, there are definitely quote unquote better options out there. I think a lot of people just don't care for them because, you know, it's almost like if you didn't grow up with them, you don't have a taste for them. It's like black olives. Grape nuts, the black olives of cereal. You know, I will say though that so there are people that like grape nuts. I can't imagine though. I don't know if there's anybody that likes eating them dry. It's not like granola where you can eat granola dry. I mean, grape nuts dry are like impossible. They hurt. They're too small. And you feel like shockwaves in your jaw. Yeah.
And, if you eat them dry, it's like, it's a double-edged sword. Because one edge of the sword is that it's terrible. It absorbs all the moisture in your mouth. And it's labor to eat. But then the other side is that once you pop like one handful of grape nuts into your mouth, you're so unappetized by food in general that you lose you're not hungry anymore. You've sated your body's just like, oh, if that's what we're gonna get, forget it. I didn't even want it anyway.
It's actually a triple-edged sword because it's actually like eating the edge of a sword. Yes, it's like eating the edge of a sword.
It's like, yeah, it is like that a little bit in a way. It's actually a quadruple-edged sword because it's like eating a sword. It's the labor to eat. You are no longer hungry. I couldn't think. Dang it. I thought that would be a quadruple-edged sword.
Well, now it's a stick.
Yeah, now it's just a stick.
Now it went from sword to baton.
Which is kind of what Grape Nuts is to your mouth. It is just like it's just like bludgeoning your mouth.
Yeah, it's eating a baton.
It's both like stabbing your mouth and like bludgeoning it into submission. Which is another reason I think that why the baby boomers don't like the millennials is because they eat Grape Nuts. You kids with you think you want your instant results. You think that you're so great that your confidence is so high. Maybe you need to eat a cereal that'll take your confidence down a few pegs, right?
Oh yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
I feel like this is the kind of cereal that the brothers and fathers ate at my Catholic university.
This has definitely got like a monk or a cloistered kind of feel to it for sure. This is like a person that is eating this purely to absolve themselves of sin.
Yeah, this is like the modern day equivalent of flogging yourself.
Oh, for sure. Yeah. Just get that cat of nine tails, slapping your back, eating the Grape Nuts at the same time. That's what this is about. It's about punishment for future salvation is what Grape Nuts is about.
Although I think it could be a good, you made a point about how your brain kind of gets upset when you take a big dry mouthful of Grape Nuts.
Uh-huh.
You could use like 8 kernels, like in a little dish, and you eat that in between every course at like a 7-course meal, so sort of cleanse the palate.
Except that you will want to just get it from the table and leave.
They're like, trust me, eat the Grape Nuts. And no matter what we serve you next, it's going to taste amazing.
It's going to taste way better than that. But you eat 7 kernels of that, you're just like, oh, you know what? I'm too full. Because your brain's just like, oh, anything to not eat this anymore. Can we just go to bed now? I just want to go to bed.
Well, yeah, I mean, you have 7 kernels, and you probably have 6, breaks. That's 42 kernels. That's basically a serving.
Yeah. Oh boy. Paul, it's so heavy. Why is this so heavy? This box is so heavy.
It mixes with all the liquid in your stomach, and it creates it's like the volcano, baking soda and vinegar science project. Yeah.
Except it doesn't erupt up. It erupts down.
I will say one of my favorite things of all time about Grape Nuts is what they call the generic Grape Nuts.
Oh, what do they call the generic Grape Nuts?
Nutty Nuggets.
Stupid.
I don't know why it's so funny, but it is.
It is. It's really funny. I don't know why it's so funny.
Because I think it's sort of like, okay, we'll set the scene that everybody has experienced once in their life, which is that feeling you get when you have decided that you are purchasing store brand cereal.
Yeah.
Right? Mm-hmm. No matter what you tell yourself, it just feels lame. Okay, so now you are sitting at the table eating your store brand cereal, and inevitably somebody is going to see you do this. And they're going to say, what are you eating? And you have to show them the box and say, I'm eating Nutty Nuggets. I can't imagine a more embarrassing line than the line, I'm eating Nutty Nuggets.
It sounds like a way of describing doo-doo.
It does. Nutty Nuggets in, Nutty Nuggets out. Grape Nuts people could be eating Grape Nuts ironically right now. That is the new hipster cereal.
You can't just declare that. You need some evidence.
It's done. I just did it though. Like, it's over. I just did it.
I will not accept Grape Nuts as a hipster cereal until I see a man in a wax mustache eating the cereal while riding a bicycle.
Grape Nuts is the new artisan oatmeal.
People are going to make their own artisan Grape Nuts.
Yeah, I'm going to do Grape Nuts with pistachio slivers and shredded coconut, and I'm going to top it with that Jamocha chocolate soy milk that comes in the bowling pin bottle.
Paul, I know that we're joking here, but that actually sounds pretty good.
I know. I'm telling you, I'm really good at making up like foodie hipster menus. And I think it's because deep down inside, I'm drawn to it, but I just can't bring myself to accept it.
Your Midwest sensibilities won't let you accept it.
Yes. Like, whatever happened to shrimp cocktail? Why don't they serve that anymore?
Because it's gross.
Good. It's good.
It's gross. It's shrimp just sitting out in open air for hours. That's why because it's gross.
It doesn't have to be in open air. You could serve it like a nice bed of crushed ice, you know? Mm-hmm. But just, why don't they have shrimp cocktail on them? I want to know when shrimp cocktail became uncool.
Should we just, we've been talking about Grape Nuts and stuff for the last hour now. I feel like that we should just cut and roll out of here.
Yeah, I can't believe we made a full episode out of Grape Nuts.
Yeah, I didn't think that was going to be possible. Thank you all for listening to the first installment of Grandpa Cereals, Grape Nuts. And that colon, you think is punctuation, but it's colon, it's a warning for your colon that Grape Nuts is coming.
Exactly. Yeah.
You can.
It's on its way.
It's coming. It's coming for you. You can listen to us on iTunes and SoundCloud and Stitcher and Overcast FM and Google Play Music or wherever else you get your podcasts. We're there. You can listen to us there. Somehow you listen to us now, so you found a way to do it, and I commend you on that.
You can follow us on Instagram and on Twitter. You can visit our Patreon page at patreon.com/superserialpodcast. Get yourself a sticker. Get yourself a show topic. A shout out, Serial and Back to the Future with us. Really so you can check out everything there, help support the show. Mm-hmm. You can email us at superserialpodcast@gmail.com. Let's see what else. I'm going to be traveling over the next few weeks and dropping off stickers at random locations. So
right on.
Keep an eye on that, and you'll see everything on our Instagram account. If you want to get ready for the next Grandpa episode, get yourself a box of All Brand.
Just get yourself a box of that All Brand or that Fiber one. Really get that fiber going. Get that fiber coursing through you.
And do it over a long weekend.
Find a long weekend to do that on. Maybe take the next day off before you start getting that course going.
Well, this is Paul,
and this is Nick,
and this has been Serial.
Serial.